Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Friday night craft and chill. Just hanging out. Hope everyone had a great week. And, yeah. So I'm going to start with some more of these Helladope crates because I got to finish them up. So this is a time where I'm sitting still. And I was debating on doing something else. I got a few other things I'm working on, but I was like, you know what? Let me just, I'm almost done with these. Almost done. So it seemed like a good time to, I don't know, maybe get some stuff done. So just going to be chilling here. Working on these. Fat Red Foo says he'll be late. And hey man, that's okay. There's no... You're not obligated to be here on time. I'm not going to dock your pay or anything like that. James, how you doing, James? Thanks for coming by. Whew. Yeah, it's been kind of a long day. Kind of a little out of it today, and I actually have to go to work tomorrow, which usually does not happen. But I said I'd go in to take care of some stuff, so. Okay, there's one. Maybe we'll do some lids real quick. I'm supposed to be getting paid? No, I don't think so, actually. I mean, I'd like to get paid at some point, but it's not a big deal. How you doing today, Fat Red? How much do I have here? You know what? Maybe I'll use turbo on this. So are you working on you're working on your project now, man, or are you just chilling? Painted the alley wall, very cool. How are you painting all that? Are you using rattle cans, or are you just using craft paint? I know a lot of that plastic will be difficult to do with just craft paint, probably. Action Figs, Ed. What's up, Ed? Doing good here, doing good here. Just kind of hanging out right now, Ed. Kind of just waking up, I think. I'm your fan from Taiwan. Your works are really cool, inspired me. Oh, very cool, James. Excellent. From Taiwan. I have a, well, she's a video game friend. But she's from Taiwan. She usually watches the stream, but she never says anything. She's always lurking. Ed, I am almost done with these crates. The crates are... I have to put trim on this many, and then I have to glue together this many lids, and we're done. Done with 75 crates. And of course, there's a couple other things I'm working on too that's in that realm. It's been so long. Hi, it's me. What's up? Well, it's me. Sometimes we got life that just gets in the way, man. Like, for instance, tomorrow morning I'm going to have to get up and go do some painting at work. So they needed some stuff painted, so I'm going to go paint some walls, which I do like doing. I actually enjoy doing that, but I got to do it. Go there pretty early, so I have my pants. I did not pin the comment. You're right, Fat Red. I have kind of stopped pinning that comment, but I do. Maybe I'll do it here in a second. Let's take a look. There we go. Thank you for the reminder. That is the link to join up as a channel member for anyone that wants to, if you are not already a channel member. You can use the normal join button, but sometimes some people on mobile phone don't have that, so I pin it in the comments, and that seems to help sometimes. What was I thinking? Oh yeah, since Ed is here, I was playing with this earlier, well, yesterday actually, and yeah, I was messing around with some multicolor printing. Now this one's all janky because, oh dude, it's Mr. Wonderful. What's up, Mr. Wonderful, aka Travis? So this is a multicolor print, and I was trying to use Ted's or their logo, and it just wasn't working well. I mean, it's all janky. It's got like busted graphics because I was trying to convert a PNG to an SVG, and so like it's obviously it fell apart. I don't know, it just didn't come out very clean. But eventually, Ted told me some information on it, and I was able to go get some of the stuff, and I started working on it on my own, and I got to this point here. So I basically remade it, but much crisper, looking a lot better here. So just a little sneak peek there, playing with that stuff. Thor, what's up, Thor? Happy Friday indeed. Yeah, thanks, Ed. It took me a little bit. I wasn't exactly sure how to do that, but it's, you know, like anything else with this stuff, you just kind of have to play with it for a minute and figure out what's what. Whoops. Troy, what's up, Troy? Troy says, hello, my dudes. Dude bros. Cats are fighting again? Yeah, man, that's what cats do. That's what they do. I mean, they might get along and pretend like they're friends, but deep down inside, they're arch enemies. Piece of scrap. So as everyone can see, I'm sitting here doing the most boring possible thing imaginable, putting together these crates, finishing them up. This is the last batch of them here. 5 crates left and just some lids here I'm working on. Anyone got anything interesting they're working on? Any cool cool products or anything like that? Matthew Matheson, what's up, man? Matthew says Helladope. Yeah, Helladope. That's true. This is all Helladope. Just chilling, man, in the old sweatshop mode. Ed, are you working on your big diorama at all? I know you were talking about making something, but I haven't really seen much. Of course, Fat Red is making a second home for himself in his kitchen or wherever that is he's building. Still laying out my wall diorama with a sky bridge. Very cool. I get hung up on that a lot too, Troy. Like, I start wanting to build something, and then because I don't have the rough layout, I just stall. That does happen to me sometimes. Sometimes if I just get up and force myself to cut some rough pieces out that are going to be the rough shape of the layout, it really helps me get going on things. Ed says, I did that spaceship last weekend. This weekend I'm working on a pirate dinghy. Alright, pirate dinghy, that's fun. Pretty easy. I mean, you know, relatively easy to make that with the wire brush wood method, obviously. And you can add a lot of character to it really easy. I bet that comes out cool, Ed. Chris Minton, I am converting a McFarlane black suit Cavill Superman into the blue and red suit. The third-party prices for that figure are ridiculous, as is with many figures these days. It's only my second ever repaint project. Yeah, have fun with repaints. Repaints are fun sometimes. Even better because you're doing it for something that you know, wanted to have like that. That's pretty cool. Oh, it's in the laundry room. Okay. I see. You ever have any problems from the vibration from the washer and dryer messing with that? Briscoe, what's up, Briscoe? I don't think I've seen you in a minute, Briscoe. I feel like you've been busy the last couple of weeks. Clay Rivas, how are you doing, Clay? Thanks for coming by. Also, the furnace room and water softener room, says Fat Red. Okay, that's pretty multi-purpose. So nice to be able to taste the Earl Grey tea again. That's really quite luxurious now. Yeah, I've been pretty busy. Hey man, it happens. Earl Grey is my yeah, mine too. I really enjoy Earl Grey tea with 2 teaspoons of honey. I do put the honey in there. I used to drink it just black before, but honey's nice. TAR Productions, what's up, TAR? Chris, yeah, you could certainly eyeball it with the figure, but 7-inch figures are 1/10 scale. So, oh man, I'm gonna get mixed up here. 1/10 scale, I believe, is for every, what is it? 1 inch for every 10 inches in the real world, right? Is that right? Because 1/6 scale is 1 inch for every 10 inches in the real world. So you just measure things in the real world and then divide it by 10. And then you can figure it out from there. If you had too much sugar, it starts tasting like Fruit Loops. Maybe. There is a balance right there, though, where 2 level teaspoons of honey is very nice. But if I forget how many teaspoons I put in and I put a third one in, because sometimes, you know, I'll put the bottle down midway and forget if I added the second one. The third one tastes ridiculous. Yeah, it doesn't taste good. It's way too sweet. Yeah, no problem, Chris. I mean, when I need to know, like, if a door is looking right or something like that, I just grab a tape measure and go start measuring doors or measuring tables or the height of, you know, a chair or a bench or something like that. 1/12 scale is really easy, 6-inch figures, because it's every foot in real life equals 1 inch in 1/12 scale. So 1/24 scale is smaller, would be every 2 feet in real life is an inch in the small scale. So it's pretty easy to figure out once you just think about it for a second and you know know how to do it. Black tea with pepper and cinnamon. 1/18, yeah, but 1/18 is 0.75 inches for every foot. So, yeah, it's not as straightforward as 1/12, but or 1/6 would be even easier, really. Pepper and cinnamon, man, that sounds interesting. I feel like pepper would be very interesting in tea. You have to get the mix right. Yeah, I imagine so. It does, right? Sounds nice for fall. Hey, Eduardo, what's up? Our resident Dr. Pepper nut from Brazil. How you doing, man? Some red teas out there that have it already. Okay. I don't know if I've had red tea. You know what? A long time ago, I used to drink some stuff my mom would buy was, I don't know, it was like African ribose or RH something root. And it was a red tea. And that was pretty good. Was a Bigelow mix, yeah. What does Bigelow have? They have that, I mean, there's a box that's red. I don't know if the tea is red. It's some kind of citrusy... I think I have some. There's one I'm thinking of. Oh, Constant Comment. Constant Comment. I think that's what it's called. Possible for you to check out Trader Joe's Winter Wake Up Teas, especially if you enjoy a little cinnamon. Winter Wake Up Tea, that sounds really good, just the name of it. Winter Wake Up Tea. I think I might have to write that down. Oh, where's my... I need to keep a sticky pad on this side. I started to, and then it just migrates over to my desk. Cool. Yeah, this is the one I was thinking about. It's black tea, but Constant Comment. It has an interesting taste to it. But if we're being honest, I really like Earl Grey. Probably the most. And I used to drink green tea. And I do like oolong tea sometimes, but green tea messes with my stomach, especially on an empty stomach. It nauseates me now, you know? And it didn't really do that when I was in my 20s or something like that, but now green tea makes me a little nauseous. And I was like, is that normal? I looked it up, and yeah, a lot of people will get nauseated from the tannins in green tea. Oolong is like half green, half black, so it doesn't hit me as bad, but I get none of that from black tea, so I guess I'm just not drinking green tea anymore. Because it's just not fun. You enjoy the tea a little bit, you get into it, and then you get nauseated. I dislike matcha, or whatever that's, however you say the Japanese powder green tea. I dislike it. And it actually does the same thing. It makes me a little bit nauseous as well. I don't trust my memory, and I'm not getting old. Yeah, well, we're all getting old, that's for sure. Two, three, four, five. Okay. Guess I don't need these. Wait a minute. It's not the years, it's the mileage. Believe me, it's both, man. It's both. Michael Dumas. What's up, Michael? I've got both, yeah. You can't have one without the other. I don't care what people say. Like, as you get older, the mileage just comes. Sure, you might not have, be partying hard or whatever, or maybe you didn't have a rock star lifestyle, but the longer you live, the more phases and weird stuff you kind of go through. Kidney stones from iced tea, yeah. Yeah, mine's like, you need to stop eating so much cheese to try and get your cholesterol lower. Yeah, I guess I didn't realize you can still be skinny and have, your cholesterol just goes up. But right around when I was like, I don't know, maybe late 30s, it just started creeping up, and not that that's done anything much to me, I don't think, but I tell you, I do miss being able to see things up close, though. I always had really good up-close vision. Yeah, crappy far away, but I could see the smallest things in great detail up close, and now I'm like, So that's fun, especially with what I do. High mileage just makes you... It's true, Troy. It does. Hello there, GB models. Those were the days, right? I remember being able to read a book from a nightlight. And it didn't even hurt my eyes. Now I need like 3 lamps on me to be able to see anything I'm doing up close. Glasses at 35, Troy. Yeah, I've had glasses my whole life. For distance. I could never see, and I really can't see that well. I mean, there are people that have it worse, but if I take my glasses off, I can't read the paint bottles that are right over here in arm's length. So I was in school, I want to say it was around 2nd grade, and the teacher was like writing on the board, asking me why I wasn't taking notes, and I was like, I can't see it. And she moved me up it to the, you know, a little further up, and I was like, I still can't see it. And she said, well, take your desk and put it as close as you need to be to the board to see it. And so I just pick my desk up and I get right up into the board, you know, like touching the wall. And I said, well, I can see what's right here in front of me, but I can't see what's over that side or over that side. And they were like, oh, wow, okay, yeah, you need some glasses, kid. So glasses ever since then. But a lot of people, Troy, around 45, I mean, right around 40, their close vision just goes, and they need reading glasses. And especially if you wear lenses for distance. If I take these off, I can see up close a lot better. You know, and you probably have the same issue if you wear glasses. But it's like my eyes don't have the strength to focus through these distance lenses and see up close. It's just, I gotta hold my phone, you know, 5 feet away from me to see it clearly sometimes, unless I take my glasses off. Michael, right now I'm just finishing up these Helladope crates, and I might work on... I might do some painting of this thing, which is the base for the turrets in the wall. Oh, this is actually another wall section I made today, just a simple one to kind of go on the side. I might do some furniture layout in there too, but some of the stuff I want to do, I'm going to design in Tinkercad, because I was thinking about building a walkway for the, because you know that wall has like that window slit in it, the bunker. And I was thinking about building a walkway, but then I was looking at it and I was like, it's going to be kind of thick from foam to get the strength I want, and it might look a lot cooler if I just design it and then 3D print it. Like maybe more like a catwalk looking thing. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see, but I can't really do that on the stream because I'm not set up to stream my monitor, because I only have one monitor right now. And that doesn't work so well. I mean, I know there's a way you could just copy a window, but I wouldn't be able to read comments. I wouldn't be able to see what's going on. I'm on a laptop screen, so I really need a second monitor to be able to do that effectively. Okay, we're just gonna let those dry and put some more of these guys on. Yay! Distance is still better than most. It's up close that gets me. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Pretty normal stuff, man. But both of mine suck now. Your builds have been expiring. Thank you, Clay. I appreciate that. Catwalks are cool, Fat Red, for sure. It's a very... I mean, I don't know if you guys know exactly what I'm referring to, but here. This thing. So it's a very low catwalk, but the figures... like you can see... Here, let me take these off. You can see here that if he was standing on the ground, he couldn't see out of that. So I was just thinking about putting something low here that would elevate him to that, you know, about that much space. So it'd be pretty minimal, maybe like, you know, 1 step or 2 steps. And I could build it out of foam, but then it would just be like a chunky block of foam. It would be kind of cooler to have a walk and, you know, you could see under it. Maybe put some, I don't know, some beeps and boops under there. Lost my tail again. Like Eeyore. Making more crates. I don't remember how he sounds, dude. I don't remember. But yeah, that's me. You know, they're not that bad. It's just, you know, my laser cutter is slow. It's a small laser cutter. And it takes a long time to get everything cut in order to do them. And then, yeah, I mean, it does take some time to glue them together, for sure. Quite a bit of time. But if I would just buckle down and do nothing but that for, I don't know how many days, 4 days maybe, 4 or 5 days, and just do nothing but that, then I could probably knock them out. But it's very hard to do more than a few hours at a time. You start to go a little batty. Hey, maybe some of those crates are mine. Maybe they are, Michael. Did you pre-order some on Helladope Toys? I told Ted and Aaron that I would be sending to them sometime at the end of this month or early next month, but it looks like it's going to be the end of this month. Pretty soon. Pretty soon indeed. Yes, you did. Awesome, Michael. Yes, then some of these are yours. I have 75 total, and this is the last group of that right here. Once I get those wrapped up, I will be shipping them off to Helladope Toys, and then they'll be sending them to you guys. Have you thought about doing kits? Build your own. Nope, I have not. Not with these. Interesting thought, but I've thought about selling a few different things over there, talking to the guys about it. But kits was not a thing, because I don't really see them as a hobby site. You know, they're more of a toy site. So I'm not saying that they wouldn't sell, they might. But you would be surprised at the number of people that really don't want to put anything together, dude. There is a lot of... I mean, almost everyone that hangs out here likes putting things together, but there are a lot of people in the toy collecting community that don't want to put anything together at all. And that's fine, you know, but they're just not into it. So it would be... I would assume that the majority of their customers are not crafters, they're just collectors. Obviously, there's going to be some in there. Kits would be cool. Yeah, kits would be cool. It would make it easier on me, for sure. There's no doubt. Yeah, man, I've made stuff for lots of people like that, lots and lots, and some of them are pretty creative people. They just don't want to mess with this, and I do understand that. I mean, you know, if you can only put so many things on your plate. So if you got other things going on and enough hobbies going already, this might not be one more that you're looking to get into right now. And also, as you know. Although, you know, putting together a little crate kit wouldn't be that time consuming, but it takes a lot of time. Building dioramas, my goodness, you could spend pretty much infinite time doing this stuff if you so chose to do it. I was, and this was, I don't know, when I was around 36, maybe, so about 9 years ago, when I was selling displays on eBay. There was a few months there that I was building so many displays that my neck and shoulders were hurting, my hands were hurting, and I was just doing it for so many hours, because pretty much every day for... I mean, it was hot and cold, but there were times where I was doing it every day for days at a time, and, you know, you felt kind of miserable, actually. It's too much. And I kind of wasn't getting super creative too. I started getting kind of cookie cuttery, and it was wasn't very enjoyable. Burnt. It's easier to build than hunt for the crazy idea. Yeah, Ed, for sure. But I mean, you know, there's also some upfront stuff you gotta do. You gotta have the foam, you gotta have the knives, the paints, the brushes, the glue. You have to have room. Not everyone has a table set up that they can just go work on stuff. You know, many people start doing it on their kitchen table, which will work, but won't work very well if you know, have a spouse or other people that aren't that appreciative of all your freaking foam and glue and stuff all over the table that everyone uses to eat on. Then you have to clean things up, and You know how that is. I mean, could you imagine Fat Red trying to build what he's building on the kitchen table and then clean it up and put it in a closet every day and then pull it all out to work on it and then take it all up and pack it up and put it away? I mean, not everyone has a situation that's super conducive to doing that. But maybe they have a couple of Detolfs in the corner with their figure collection in it. So there's all different factors going on there. But a lot of people just don't have the inclination to do it, which is fine, you know. Kitchen table is a disaster. Yeah, that happens, dude. Correct. I am thankful, right? I mean, Fat Red, you could easily have you know, a harpy of a woman that would be like, what the hell is this? Should be on you 24/7 about that thing you got going there, dude. So you have a conducive situation to this insane hobby. Some people don't. We live vicariously through you. I don't know, Clay. I don't know about all that. Very supportive. Yeah, see? That's great. I could tell by the state of that room that she's not on you too much about it, dude. That much is pretty obvious. I mean, I think OSHA would come and shut you down in there if we're being honest. I promise I won't talk about the floating yellow chair at the of the teacher to School of Mutants anymore. Yeah, Eduardo, for some reason I don't quite believe you, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Proud of your work? Yeah, that's great, dude. It's pretty much what everyone needs, is a little support here and there with stuff. But you are building some wild looking stuff. That's for sure. That would be the kind of thing that would be cool to bring to a convention. Of course, it would probably break, but you know, you can always fix it. Yeah, violated the. We're shutting this construction zone down. Now that he told me it's in his laundry room, Ed, that's where he's building the diorama. So it'd be funny if he put it on top of the washing machine, throw it on the spin cycle, and simulate an earthquake for a video. For sure, Fat Red. That's what we're doing here. Just helping each other be creative, man. So it's good that you got into it. I think it's always good to produce something. And you know, maybe it won't always be that. Hobbies change. But I think too many people only intake and they don't put out. You gotta put things out in the world. You gotta produce things. You always feel better about that. And maybe it's not this, you know, maybe it's other areas. Maybe it's your job. Some people do a lot at work. OSHA has no say, number of employees are too low. Yeah, yeah. I think there are still some basic things. The fire inspector, for instance, still applies even with minimal employees. What is OSHA? 15 employees, maybe? Eduardo says a lot, man. Fire and dumping, maybe? Yeah. Well, I know even if you open a tiny, well, that's a retail space. But even a tiny, tiny retail store, you still need fire inspection come through. Even if it's one employee, but once again, that's a retail. Didn't really think about that. But I imagine any warehouse, you have to have some level of inspection. They won't let you slide without paying them money for something. Yeah, the stairwell and bridge, for sure. Safe to do. Yeah, Eduardo, that's what you should do. Next time that your woman gets mad at you, you should definitely just tell her, well, what about your shoes? It's gonna go over real well. Zoning matters too. Yeah, I guess zoning would matter too. Yeah, just tell her to calm down. Right? Calm your tits. That's what you need to tell her. That'll work. Corporation, they run everything. The corporation. 34 years? Yeah. I don't think it takes 34 years for people to get fed up with each other. At that point, I think you're probably all right. You guys are just used to being fed up at that point. Hobby room lights to your phone. That's cool, Troy. Yeah, they have so many neat app-controlled lights these days. That's really neat. Could do some really amazing stuff with that. Handful of real fights about serious stuff. Yeah, I'm the last I'm the last person to be giving relationship advice. I'm probably worse than Ed, so I just run away from people, hide in a closet, and build things. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt there. But they do say if you don't fight at all, it's better to have some fights every now and then than no fights at all. Or at least some passionate disagreements, we'll say. Yeah, Clay Revis, I definitely think that's true. Right. Well, Eduardo, I don't know what the culture is like in Brazil, but I imagine it's the male and female roles are probably a bit more traditional than in America. So I imagine that's not very uncommon where you are. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Does nigh everyone. I think you're trying to say good night, hi, it's me, but you've been doing some sort of drugs, or you're having a seizure, which I really hope you're not. But if you're trying to say good night, hi. Yeah, you gotta fight a little bit. Good night. Alright, man. Good night. She doesn't like Dr. Pepper. Whoa, Eduardo, I don't know, man. I don't know if you're gonna make it to 35 years if she doesn't like Dr. Pepper. That sounds like a deal killer to me. Yeah, those sound like pretty good rules. Once you're name calling, it's it's not gonna go anywhere good. Unless it's a joke, kind of. You know, you make it light. If you make things lighthearted, or you try to, but sometimes people will get annoyed at that too if you try to make a joke out of everything. One more crate after this, and we're done. Oh, Michael! Look at Michael Dumas pulling out the positives. Probably true. It sounds like in Brazil, Dr. Pepper is like a bar of gold, so I don't know if you can afford a double habit. So I don't drink soda, or I didn't for a long, long time, but lately I've been drinking ginger ale again, and I freaking love ginger ale. I've always loved ginger ale since I was a little kid. But I've been getting those little small cans. I think they're 8-ounce cans. It's only 20 grams of sugar. Because that's the thing, man. I don't want to have 48 grams of sugar sodas all the time. I stopped drinking them because I was getting blood sugar spikes and then crashing out. I do like the seltzer, my old man beverage. But I really do enjoy ginger ale. from time to time. Can't do Canada Dry anymore? No? That's what I was drinking. Just don't like it, or too sweet? Dr. Pepper is life. Too acidic tasting. Okay. Schweppes is much smoother. So, yeah, the Schweppes is okay, but I like the Canada Dry more. I like that, you know, that, I don't know if it's acidic taste is how I would describe it, but almost like a tang, or like a slight sour, not sour, I don't know how to put it. I guess maybe acidic is a good word for it, but it's got that a little more zing to it. The Canada Dry does. Root beer is wonderful, but I haven't had it in a long time. Tangy, yeah. Cream soda, too. I used to love cream soda. Red cream soda? I don't think I ever had red cream soda. When I was a little kid, though, my grandpa used to make me root beer floats. And those were freaking awesome, man. With a scoop of ice cream in there. Man, that was good. I think he put some whipped cream in there too, but I don't know. Whatever was in it, it was amazing. Big Red. I mean, there's a soda called Big Red. I know that. But that's different. Big Red soda is like the absolute worst thing. It's ridiculous amounts of sugar. I believe now I can have everything I ever wanted because I became from a poor family, very, very poor. Yeah, well, that's how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to be able to work and do that. Doesn't always work out that way, but... Yeah, the floats of Grandpa. Red Pop? Well, I guess back in that time, right, in like the 40s and the 50s, they had all those, like, you know, when soda was a new thing, they were making all those crazy soda shop drinks and all that stuff. And he was a bartender, but I think, you know, they all experienced it. Probably before they realized what diabetes was or something, man. I don't know, but... Red and yellow. Yeah, Big Red is a gum, but it's also a drink. You know, I haven't seen any of those Wrigley's gums in a while, but I can't imagine that they stopped making them. Big Red, Juicy Fruit, Wintergreen, Double Mint. I don't know, I haven't seen them in a while, but they gotta be somewhere still. I wonder what they would cost now, because they were always 25 cents. There's no way you could sell a pack of gum for 25 cents now. Anyone remember Fruit Stripe? That's a drink? Fruit Stripe? Or, oh, Fruit Stripe gum, maybe? I don't know. I do know every once in a while, and it's been maybe about a year, so I don't know if they still have it, but I think they do. When I go to Hobby Lobby, I'll pick up a bag of Big League Chew. Because just out of the blue, like 10 years ago, they started carrying Big League Chew, and I was like, what? So once in a while, I'll buy a pouch of that. That's fun. Hey, Fat Red, Briscoe's old. If he's got to fall asleep for a little power nap every now and then, that's okay. Yeah, Bazooka gum. You know, it used to be 5 cents, and I would buy the 3-cent ones when I was little. Once again, I don't think you can sell that for 5 cents now. I think it would have to be probably 10 or 15 cents in order for them to make, you know, any kind of profit. Final Fantasy 14. Juicy fruit. You know, a lot of those flavors are very standard, you know, basic. And I like those. I like simple, straightforward things. A lot of flavors, I don't know if now, because it's not as crazy now as it was, but we went through a period of time where the flavors were crazy. They were like just, you know, everything had to be like 5 or 6 different things mixed together, berry this and that, and I feel like people didn't want the plain Jane, you know, wintergreen anymore. And that's the type of stuff I like. It's just like one flavor. I don't like 10 flavors in my stuff. It's probably an abomination to Eduardo, who likes all 32 flavors in, or whatever it is. I don't know how many flavors are in Dr. Pepper. Like 24, 28, 32. I don't remember. A bunch of flavors. Okay. I technically have 3 more crates here, but I'm not going to do them right now. They're not actually part of the order. I made some extras, so I would actually have some, because last time I made like 85 or 90. I don't remember, because I sent some samples out to a couple of people, Ed being one of those people, and I didn't keep any for me because I was tired of making them. I had some of the prototypes, but not the actual finished ones. So I made myself 3. Maybe I'll put the oh man, should I just do them? What is under here? Yeah. Well, we'll come back to that in a minute. Maybe I'll finish those 3 later, but the rest of them are basically done. Rainbow gum, or what was the tape? Bubble tape, maybe. Hubba Bubba's good for sure. Fruit Stripe had the flavor mix with the zebra on the front. 2 chews and you were done. Grape flavored? Grape flavored sounds good. What the heck did I like as a kid for gum? I always liked the wintergreen. I mean, I used to eat Bazooka. And you know, when I was a little kid, I was in Brooklyn, and we still had, you know, like walk up, because it's Brooklyn, you walk up to everything, but candy stores. They had like old-timey candy stores. And I remember one, you'd go in there and you could buy the shoelace licorice by the foot. Was it by the foot or the yard? It might have been by the yard, actually. And it was nothing, you know, like 10 cents a yard or something like that. And so that was so cool. As a kid, I could walk in there with like 15 cents and on the way home from school and walk out with like a pocket full of candy, you know, get a couple of 3-cent bazookas, some... It sounds like I grew up in 1920 or something, but it was just the 80s. Prices are pretty different from the 80s. That's pretty crazy how much it's changed. Chiclets were good. You know what I used to love? I used to like Runts. You don't see that too much anymore because they don't like doing those machines. I guess someone finally realized that maybe having a bunch of food or nuts or candy in one container in a machine for 2 years at a time wasn't the most sanitary thing, but you know, I ate them all the time. I never died. But those little Runts were good, man. The banana flavor and the little cherry flavor ones. Drops of colored. Yes, Ed, I do remember those. It kind of like when I got older, it made me think of like LSD or something like that. But yeah, those little dots. And of course, you had like the pixie sticks and all that, powdery sugared mess. But really liked licorice, red licorice mainly. Yeah, the bananas were good, dude. Okay. It's hard to go wrong with some runts. Let me get some paper here. Now I'm hungry. Thanks, everyone. Yeah, right? Charleston chews are good. I used to like butterscotch. Just plain Jane old butterscotch. The kind that your grandpa would have in his ashtray, or they'd always have that little candy dish. Everyone that grew up in the Great Depression seemed to be into butterscotch. And, they'd always have those little peppermint candies that would... They were hard, but they would melt in your mouth. I didn't really like them that much. But the butterscotch I really enjoyed. Yeah, Briscoe, right. I mean, all of the potato chip bags that I ate as a kid were Wise potato chips in New York. And they were 25 cents. Everywhere you went. Every convenience store, it was 25 cents for a bag of chips or a bag of popcorn. And, yeah, like, I would go to lunch. And it's crazy when I think about it, because I was in elementary school, and they would let me leave the school grounds for lunch. But, we could walk right across. There was a pizzeria right across the street. They didn't care. You can go right across the street. But it was... $1, he did a special. It was Dino's Pizzeria. I remember that. $1, you would get one slice of pizza, small drink, and an Italian ice. Scooped in the little cup. $1. Holy crap. You couldn't even get any one of those three items now for $1. Maybe you can get the small drink, but I think you'd be hard pressed. Little strawberry fruit candy. I never... Yeah, see... Fat Red, I remember exactly... I know exactly what you're talking about. I was not a big fan of the strawberry ones. They were alright, but... Bonkers candy. With the crazy fruit. I have a vague recollection of that, but it's pretty vague. Okay, what are we going to do here? Start with some burnt umber. Alright, so maybe some of you guys have had this, but this candy traumatized me as a child. Hated it. And it would... Occasionally, I came across it a couple of times. I don't think I ever had any until I was around maybe 10 or 11, and it was so disgusting to me. little purple square lavender candies. And like older women used to have that sometimes. It would come in like, you know how they would have the square tubes of like cough drops or something sometimes? It would be wrapped up, sucking candies. Well, these were lavender. Man, I couldn't stand those things. They were disgusting. They did not taste sweet, like wonderful, hard candy goodness. They just tasted like a flower. Like it did not, I don't know. Maybe I would have more of a taste for it now, but I couldn't believe that someone wanted to eat it. Oh, you would, Fat Red. You would. Right, Ed? I'm with you, dude. That was nasty. Completely nasty. You'd have to be some kind of psychopath to like those, dude. What are you gonna do? They still make... I bet they do still make them. Hated those things. I mean, like, they were like... When I say... It was like an abomination to candy, in my mind. Whew, could not deal with that. I feel like candy is not even the right word for that. After a cigarette? Yeah, I could see that. Water's getting funky. So, I know Ed's in New York, but I don't know like if they had this in other places, like because it's kind of inner city. But does anyone here know what halavar is? It's like a sesame. I don't know if it's an Indian snack or Middle Eastern, but they were in all the stores in New York, like in Brooklyn, and the convenience stores, the delicate little delis and stuff. And it's like a sesame seed ground up sweet mix bar thing. Halavar. Yeah, lozenges was the word I was looking for before. Pixie sticks were quite addictive. Yeah, pixie sticks were something else. You ever see someone snort a pixie stick? I remember a few kids that did that back in the day. I was like, what are you doing, man? They're like, no, wow, no, it's cool. I'm like, no, I'm good. It's cool, man, I'm good. Also, the ices. I've snorted pixie sticks. Yeah, I mean, look, you were not alone. You were not alone. I'll just put it that way. But I did not snort any pixie sticks. I snorted pixie sticks too. See, there you go. Not alone at all. I've had halavar before. My grandparents were new. Okay, yeah, right on. And I actually enjoyed that stuff, and I kind of miss it. I need to go look around online and see if I could find some. I bet Amazon has it, but it's probably going to be unreasonably priced. Pixie sticks are the gateway drug. Yeah, it's funny because my buddy that was snorting pixie sticks in high school was actually the biggest pothead friend that I had. Sugar Daddies, Mary Janes. Yeah, man. Probably a lot of damage with those 80s candies. Probably so. And breakfast cereal, too, dude. I mean, like, goodness. The breakfast cereals we ate. I mean, even the vitamins. Like, I don't know. I can't imagine. I mean, I don't know. Do they still make Flintstones vitamins for kids? They probably do. Maybe not. I don't know. But they, Flintstones vitamins tasted so good, I one time ended up eating a bunch of them, and my mom freaked out. Because I picked out all the cherry ones out of the bottle and ate them. They were not messing around in the 80s. They made everything taste good. Like, too good. Smurf cereal. Yeah, Fruity Pebbles was like my favorite, dude. I would love Fruity Pebbles. If you put Fruity Pebbles in a bowl and just get the milk just right, it would turn that milk into like the sweetest sugar water possibly imaginable. Hated Fruity Pebbles. Chopped up banana. Were you just trying to pretend to be healthy? That's like having like 2 Big Macs and a Diet Coke. You're like, yeah, let me get Fruity Pebbles. We'll just like throw a couple of blueberries in there just because, you know, antioxidants. But, there were some healthy cereals my dad would get, like Mueslix. Oh my god, do they make grape nuts anymore? I couldn't eat grape nuts now. There's no freaking way, dude. My teeth are all jacked up in the back. I mean, I'd break them all. I wonder if they still make grape nuts. They had to have toned that crap down, dude. Because I remember just as a kid trying to eat them, and it was just like... like brutal. Canned Crunch Kid, peanut butter. Cinnamon Toast Crunch was great. Yes, and they still are concrete. That's amazing, dude. That's amazing. I remember going through Raisin Bran and picking out all those sugar-coated raisins. My dad would be eating the cereal and be like, "Man, they're just not putting that many raisins in here anymore." And I was like, "Yeah, that must be what's going on." My stepmom caught on though. Supposed to let them sit in milk, yeah, like overnight. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know about all that. Fruit Loops are pretty good. Eat all the marshmallows and the cereal, and then Lucky Charms, man. I was ruthless with. I couldn't keep away from it. I just couldn't help myself. I had to eat those marshmallows and Lucky Charms. The Raisin Bran that had the covered like the shell around them. Yeah, those were good. What's up, Duffman? We're talking about all the sugary snacks and cereals we ate in the 80s, apparently. I don't know how we got on that, but that's where we're at. What else? They still have them, but I used to drink those little the sugary barrel drinks. I can't remember how cheap they were. I think they might have been like 20 cents or something like that when I was in elementary school. And they would, the convenience store would have those ices. And the thin ones would be 10 cents for an individual, and the bigger ones would be like 25 cents. And I would walk home. Yeah, it's so crazy when I think about it in the 80s. They would just let you walk home through Brooklyn. I was like, I don't know, 8 years old, 9 years old, and you just walk like 6 or 7 blocks to your house. No one cared. You know, I had keys. I had keys to the apartment when I was 8 years old. I was just walking around the city. They'd probably arrest you now for doing that. Oh, Hugs. Yeah, there you go. 6-pack of Hugs at Dollar Tree. That's cool. Yeah, they were good and cheap. That's what it was. And like I was saying, walking home when it was warmer weather in Brooklyn in the 80s, getting one of those, the little barrels, and getting an icy to go for the walk home was quite nice. They're not good. Well, when you're a kid, they're good. Chocolate bottles. Oh yeah, do you remember those little candies? The little wax soda bottles that you would bite the top off of, and it would have like a little of that sugary water in there or whatever it was. I wonder if they still make those. Yeah, there was the wax bottles, man. It looked just like a little soda bottle. Or like the freaking candy cigarettes. Surely they don't make candy cigarettes anymore. I feel like that would be something they might have cracked down on. The wax bottles can be found at Big Lots, no kidding. They do. We have a candy shop. I remember there was the kind where you could you'd blow on the wax, the candy cigarette, and it would actually make like a puff come out of it. Wow. Okay. Kids don't smoke anymore anyway. Not cigarettes anyway. That's cool. Candy cigarettes, huh? What do you know? I somehow missed that whole spot? How did I do that? we'll let that marinate for a moment, and maybe we'll do a few of these, because why not? Because why not? Yeah, Dunkin' Sticks. I was trying to remember the name of that earlier, Fat Red. Yeah, the candy packets that were just Kool-Aid mix and the white stick. Yeah, that was good. It had like that, the sweet and almost a little sour taste to it. Sour Patch Kids, I still eat Sour Patch Kids from time to time, but not a lot. Once in a blue moon. Hard candy cigarettes and the paper wrap gum ones. Yep. Now I haven't looked in a while, but I know they had it at Walmart for a long time, and they might still have them. But has anyone ever gone to Walmart and picked up the retro style Jiffy Pop and cooked it on the stove top? I've done that a few times. Like it's been a few years now, but that was pretty fun. Popping the old school Jiffy Pop. That's definitely a nostalgia hit doing that. Starburst minis. Rolos are good. Yeah, Rolos are good. Pop Rocks. Wow, I haven't had Pop Rocks in a long time. That Jiffy Pop though, man, it just makes me immediately think of the 80s when we didn't have a microwave for a long time. Haven't done Jiffy Pop in years. Yeah, it's such an experience, you know. It's hitting your. You got the smell. You gotta shake it. You get the sound. It's kind of fun. I mean, I just remember, and I'm sure you guys do too, being a kid watching that aluminum foil dome just expanding was like magical. Yeah, thought we were fancy when we bought a popcorn maker. Yeah, my dad got one of those hot air popcorn makers. And it was cool, you know, but you'd put the butter in the little tray in the top. It was supposed to melt the butter by the time it was done popping all the popcorn. But the Jiffy Pop tastes better, you know. The hot air popcorn, yeah, it was healthier, I'm sure. Popcorn on the stove. That's cool, man. I've never actually done popcorn in a pan. Never actually done that. Microwavable pork rinds. That's something I've never had. I've never got really into pork rinds. I mean, I've had them and they're okay, but I never really got into them. Get out of my head. Yeah, I'm pretty sure heated up they would smell pretty good. Oh, you just gave me a core memory unlocked. So this is definitely was a New York City thing. I feel like Ed was probably exposed to this, but do you guys ever remember the vendors that would sell honey roasted peanuts? In New York in the winter, when my dad would take me to like conventions at the Javits Center, we'd go to like the motorcycle show, he'd go to like the boat show, the car show, and you know, there'd always be some guys out there. I just remember, I mean, I saw them at different times, but if it was like a cold night and you'd smell those honey roasted peanuts from the cart, and they were so freaking good, man. They would scoop them up and be all like nice and warm and hot, and man, amazing. Microwave popcorn, I'll eat it, but fresh roasted cashews, yeah, that's cool too. But them honey roasted peanuts, man, I'm telling you, it was amazing. Sweet yeah. Do you remember him, Ed? Did you ever get some? Obviously, like a hot pretzel is good too. The guys who would sell those pretzels, that was pretty nice too. Right on. Yeah, with the cone bags. I don't remember if it was a cone bag. I just know it was like a paper bag. They'd be in paper sack. Popcorn in the pan, you can flavor it so many delicious ways. Yeah, you know what? I really need to start looking into that. I remember I bought some years ago with the intention of doing that, and it just sat in my cupboard until for so many years that I didn't feel comfortable anymore, and I threw it out. All those flavored salts now for popcorn. Okay. Popcorn nut. I really like popcorn myself, so. I tell you, that does sound a lot better than microwaving it. So I don't know. I might look into that. Maybe I'll become more of a popcorn connoisseur here in the near future. All right, screw it. I'll do. Oh, do I want to keep one knot? Yeah, I'll keep one. I'll keep one like that. I don't know. Think about it. Once you start doing it, any other way will be inferior. Troy, what's your favorite thing to throw in there? So what do? Do you throw everything in the pan before it pops, or do you add it after it pops? I feel like it would be before it pops, right? It would just, you'd create like a, almost like a sauce, and it would just kind of do its thing in there. Nice and hungry. Yeah, I actually have I have some pecan rolls, but I'm not going to be on here too much longer, so I'll wait till the stream is done. Yeah, we're at 2 hours, which is fine, because I got, like I said, I got to get up and I got to go paint tomorrow. So I actually like doing that, but one of the walls I have to paint, it's very tall, so my back is going to probably be hurting from, using that roller. Great memories. Way to end the week, so I'm out. Good night, Clay. Take care. Thanks for coming by and chatting, man. So what do we got? It's, you know what? It's 12:30. It's only 2 hours. Normally I go 2.5, but 2 hours it's good enough. I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here at 12:31. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it, guys. So thank you so much for everyone who hung out. We had a pretty interesting candy nostalgia discussion. Now it makes me want to have some, see if I can find some 80s candy or something for next time. But exactly what I needed tonight, fellas. Yeah, this was fun, Fat Red, for sure. And I needed to get those crates done, and they're done. So that was good that I did that. Hope everyone has a fantastic weekend and a good week as well. I keep saying I'm going to go to Oz's. Last week, Ed sent me the link, and I didn't go because I had some stuff actually come up that night. I was getting ready to get on, but maybe I'll be on Oz's stream tomorrow. Maybe I'll see what they're doing. Maybe I won't. But hope everyone has a fantastic week, and thanks for coming by and hanging out. Take care, everyone.